read, read. Hi, I'm Abbie from Year 5. Today, I will share a story about how reading helps writing. But first, I will start with a question. How often do you read? It was a few years ago, and I was skimming meaninglessly through piles and piles of books. I will never be able to read them. I thought. The teacher's voice rang in my head. Tomorrow, we'll try to write a story. I thought again and again, as I looked again and again through the covers of the books. Still, nothing came to my mind. The next day when I went to school, I knew I had to write a story, but my mind was blank. And by the end of the lesson, the page was blank as well. At the end of the week, I only managed a short story like this. Once upon a time, a handsome prince defeated an evil dragon and rescued the beautiful princess. Then they got married and lived happily ever after. Okay, I kind of exaggerated it, but I didn't write much. When the reports came, I knew the injured one would be horrible. And in fact, it was. It was so horrible that I locked myself in my room and cried for a very long time. When I was finally feeling better, I heard a gentle knock on my door. I opened the door. It was my mom. She told me that she knew I was sad. She also came to give me encouragement. She said, even though your story was good, I'm sure you can improve it. Start reading. And after I heard her, I was encouraged. And for the first time, I read on my own. Slowly, I found the happiness in reading, and now I can only be dragged out of books. I can still remember how I read my very first chapter book. I just kept telling myself, just finish this chapter. And then, after a few weeks later, I read 2 chapters, and then 3 chapters, and then, well, I guess you know where I'm going. And with the gradually increasing number of chapters, I wrote better and better, and I wrote more and more. Your reading is linked to your writing very tightly. And remember, if you want to write well, you have to read, read, read. But why? These are some facts I found on the internet. First, reading makes you more empathetic. This means that you will feel what your characters feel. Second, reading also helps with your grammar and vocabulary. This means that your grammar mistakes will be less common and your choice of words will get better. Third, reading also helps with your writing styles and techniques. This means that your writing style will be unique and people will know you wrote it straight away. To sum up, your reading is linked to your writing very tightly. Francis Prose, who is an American fiction author, once said, I was a huge reader as a kid and learned just how much being a writer depends on being a reader. And Zadie Smith, who is a British author, said, being a great reader is what makes you as a writer. And, just like they said, my writing improved after I started reading. So, stop eating your unhealthy snacks and watching your boring videos. Instead, go find a corner and snuggle in with a fun, exciting book. Thank you. I am not spending any more time here instead of reading. Thank you again and goodbye. Remember, read, read, read.